Most people who get news are used to getting it through newspapers or radio broadcasts. Now, behind the scenes, a team of journalists with international syndication links prepare the stories, and those stories go through a process of editing and vetting before they land up on the printed page. But a relatively new phenomenon has introduced an element of anarchy and self-expression into the world of journalism. It's called blogging, and its proponents say it's changing the way we get our news.
It's like journalism for the people, because we can write whatever we want. We've got a voice now. The blogging gives people like myself who don't necessarily want to write long-winded, drawn-out articles about things that I enjoy. It's my opinion, and whoever's free, you can read it if you want to.
This is the headquarters of Missing Link, a multimedia creation company in Johannesburg. They also run Joblog, which is a South Africa-orientated blog. The word blog is short for weblog, and it can be about anything, from an online diary to a recipe club to a political campaign. A blog is, to the world of online publishing, what open source is to software.
You can feel what we're feeling by the way we write. Like sometimes it'll be really light-hearted about a story if it's funny, or if it's really serious, I mean, then we'll put the bare facts and say, if someone killed somebody else, they say, I hope these guys rot in hell. The cool thing about blogs is that people can respond to that as well in the comments, whereas with newspapers, you can't give any feedback.
One of the things with an online publication is you can also create a sense of community and a sense of interactivity. So you can allow your readers to comment on stories, you can allow your readers to participate in stories.
Matthew Buckland, online editor for the Mail and Guardian Online, has been watching the blogging phenomenon grow in recent years. Where does one draw the line between journalism and blogging?
A blog doesn't pass through an editor like a piece of journalism. Our blogs are revolutionizing online publishing. They are not necessarily journalism.
But there have been instances where bloggers have crossed the line into journalism and in fact excelled at it. Salam Pax, aka the Baghdad blogger, provided an unprecedented, live and detailed account of life inside the Iraqi war. The Guardian described it as the most gripping account of the conflict and eventually gave him a fortnightly column in the newspaper.
There is a certain amount of responsibility that has to be taken into it as well, though, because one of the reasons people have blogs is because they enjoy people coming and reading their thoughts, and everyone gets together. If you bugger that up by posting absolute garbage, lying about stuff, really just creating your own facts, and what's going to happen is people are going to see straight through that, because it's a very transparent form of communication. They'll see straight through it, and there's no reason for them to visit anymore.
Just remember, in a publishing environment, the aim is to have information information that is false and not credible. That'll never see the light of day. That's the aim, whereas kind of with blogging kind of happens after the fact, and for me that's not good enough.
One of the biggest things about blogging is the ability and the need to link to articles and things like that. Generally, we get a lot of our links from your legit media, your News 24s and your Google Newses and things like that, and in the paper and whatever. And we always find articles on what we're writing to link to, so people can go and fact check themselves.
It may be little more than opinion, but then there's nothing stopping anyone from writing the most trivial trash, and it seems some go out of their way to be boring.
There is actually one called the dullest blog in the world. The guy writes, I went into my room today, it was dark, so I put on the light switch. That's it, that's his post for the day, and the guy gets like 400 comments per post.
But with so many news sites and blogs out there, who has the time to sift through the garbage? It's a case of a small piece of software, and you can be your own editor. The way we get our news is changing. Using a technology called RSS, you only need to get the news you want. It stands for really simple syndication, and you can customize your own online news and blogs. Morning newspaper? Hell no. I got it all this morning. An RSS feed can be a standalone program or a plugin for your browser. It automatically updates news sites and blogs that you subscribe to without you having to log into them. If something of interest catches your eye, you can quickly read the article. What's the next blog going to be about?
Are you kidding? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been, while you guys have been shooting us, we've been shooting you, and we're gonna pop on the internet about 5 minutes after you walk out the door.
Yeah.
And we'll comment about our thoughts and feelings and how you guys were so nice.